Santa Rosa, California, first stop of the day, Salvation Army thrift store. Let's go. Browsing the hats, and I found this blasted Oaklandish hat, as well as this Kid Rock Honky Tonk Slugfest hat right here. Oh, that looks really nice and pretty. I would wear this to the Gap that I'm going to later. Here's something you don't see every day. It's a vintage single-stitch Gap shirt, probably from like the early 90s maybe. Hard to tell, but it's just blank. Gap, I don't know. Should I get it? I am proud, optimistic, informed, compassionate, accountable, innovative, and fun. And I came across this Noon Goons t-shirt. I don't know really much about the brand at all, but I've noticed that some of their stuff goes for a chunk of change. This one's orange. I don't know if it's going to be a tough sell, but I think I might just pick it up because it's kind of cool. If my voice sounds a little raspy, it's because I watched the Sharks get blown out last night by the Red Wings. Hell yeah. Here is a Lion King musical. I just saw this the other day, and this one's a little blasted out, but I like it. It's kind of interesting right here. It's a flash thrifts. Somebody just gave up on their inventory and just dumped it off here. This one, I don't know. It's not that cool. It's got the sticker still on it, but yeah, nah. I always like finding these vintage tie-dyes in the thrift. It's an old single stitch. Definitely gonna pick this up today. Love it. It's kind of nice for toilet paper. Here's a slick Team Nike jacket, but nobody likes red stuff. It's unfortunate because my eyes are always drawn to it. Here's a new dry fit Lakers jacket right here. Pretty cool. Browsing the bed bug collectors, and I come across this one. Papa. Browsing the CDs, I come across Rod Stewart, Rod Stewart, Rod Stewart, Rod Stewart, Rod Stewart, Rod Stewart. Came across this Doors Daydreamer shirt. It's a modern single stitch, and it's a reprint, but Daydreamer stuff is pretty good quality, and I think that they go for, you know, a chunk of change. Not crazy, but still pretty cool. Coming out of there with those free shirts, let's go. Second stop is the Welfare League. So they were getting a remodel in there, so there was nothing to see, but I did pick up this Go Wild shirt. It's got a fish on there. It's from 2006. No big deal for $1. Let's go. All right, from the Welfare League to the Assistance League, this place has the weirdest hours, so half the time when I come here, they're closed. I saw a sign that says now open. Browsing the pants here, and there's all these new with tags on them. Everything is like new with tags. Surprising. I wonder if this company went out of business or somebody just kind of like, I don't know, $75 though? I don't know. That's so weird. Never heard of this brand, Meyer? Huh. Browsing the jackets, I come across this old Planet Hollywood jacket, but it's nothing crazy, and I think they want like $15 for it, and yeah, they're like $20 jackets. I've looked around this whole store, and this is literally the only t-shirt they have here. No joke, that's it. What's this? Oh, there's one. This is not, well, yeah, okay, this is the other one. Wait. This one too. Hey, All-Star Game. I don't know what kind of crank they're smoking back there, but $18? No. Yeah, stupid. Here's some used vampire teeth. Very clean store with some very nice people, but definitely not for me, no. Next stop is the Good Shill. Yeah, baby. Art sucks. It's kind of interesting just floating here on top of the rack, this old Raiders blanket. It's disgusting, but it's cool. Browsing the CDs, and it's Herbie Hancock. Browsing the VHS and came across this Benny Hill's but he didn't get canceled yet. Well, these racks are stuffed to the gills today, so I'm just going to start in one end and work my way down. I literally have never seen these racks so stuffed before. This is crazy. Damn. If I only come out of here with one thing, it's going to be a shame, because there is so much. Jesus Christ, it's hard to get through. This is weird. It's the Venice Grand Canal in the Philippines. It's kind of fun right here. It's an Elvin Bishop trio with Willie Jordan and Bob Welsh. It's a 2XL. Well, I'm like halfway done, and it's just slim pickings. I mean, this is kind of cool. A New Kids on the Block tour shirt, but I got this much more to go. We'll see. I mean, it's kind of a fire graphic for the largest fire in California history. This is kind of cool right here. It's a Peace Nagasaki shirt. So the only thing that I've grabbed was the first thing that I saw when I walked in, which was this giant shirt from 2003. It's not even that cool, but literally it's the only thing out of all the t-shirts that I've gone through. All these here and on the other side too. Nothing crazy at all in here. All kind of crappy. What's this? This is cool, but it's a 3X. So no. Starting to think this place is hell. Browsing the bed bug collectors, and look at this. This is old. This looks like they emptied the dumpster over here. I'm trying to find some cool hats, but it's definitely how I'm starting to feel right now. This is kind of cool right here. It's a sea captain jacket, kind of like Captain Lee, the stud of the sea. I could make this my Halloween costume because I'm so gray. Yeah, man, what a bust in there. Grabbed that one giant shirt, but other than that, I left. Next stop is Dave's store. Let's go. He's always got good stuff. Right off rip, an 8-ball elephant. One time I pulled a Bjork shirt out of these bins. Australia. Spoke too soon. These are always fun right here. These old Polaroid land cameras and the packages with all the fun stuff. Yeah, they're not worth much, but still kind of fun to see. Browsing the VHS, and I find this Dice Rules Untamable. Look at that, unbelievable. Browsing the tapes and I found Duran Duran 7 and the Angry Tiger. This is the first tape that I ever remember getting as a little kid. Super cool. This was such a good album. Speaking of good albums, I'll never forget the time when Eric Martin was hitting on my girlfriend. The item that you never knew that you actually needed is a phone signed by the legendary rock personality and guitarist Joe Satriani. All right, leaving Dave's with this beautiful 1992 Raiders sweatshirt. I think it's a size large or maybe a medium. Super cool, as well as a copy of the Dark Crystal, this Untamed, Uncut, and Unbelievable Dice Rules CD or VHS, Gridlock tape, Alice in Chains tape, the first tape I ever got, 9 Inch Nails CD, Vulgar Display of Power, and Electric Larryland. Hey, look at that. Let's go to the next. All right, I think I'm gonna make this my last stop. It's the Good Shill on 4th. Browsing the CDs and I came across this. What is this? Did you hear that Kevin Smith's making a new Jay and Silent Bob movie? It's kind of interesting right here. I know nothing about the Unreal Band, but it's a wavy gravy thing? I have no idea. There's certain shirts that I've been looking for, and I'm looking for old Beastie Boys shirts, but they're so expensive. That's a new one. Not gonna get it, but still pretty cool. I don't always test my code, but when I do it in production. Something you don't see every day in an old Emporium Capwell tag. Passed on both those t-shirts, let's go. Not the craziest pickups today, but I definitely picked up some cool stuff. Let's check it out. So the other day I was floating around and I grabbed some vintage clothing. They were all $5 a piece, so I really couldn't say no. Wild Eagle Soaring in the Moonlight Wyoming shirt on an extra large jerseys tag. I also found this Hey Spuds, the party's over. Spuds McKenzie was the spokesperson for Budweiser back in the 80s. This is a Miller truck riding over Spuds McKenzie. Kind of in poor taste, but at the same time, for $5, I couldn't say no. And then last but not least, I grabbed this Chicago Cubs Eastern Division champions in 1989. If I can find vintage clothing that's like kind of curated for $5 a piece, that's like not bad at all. And then Dave hooked me up with this beautiful Raider sweatshirt. Check this out. From 1992, he said his girlfriend Tammy, this was hers from way back in the day, and she's been holding on to it for me for a long time. So I grabbed this 2006 Go Wild on a jerseys tag. It's a really cool shirt. It's got I think, was that a salmon? I think a coho salmon I wanted to say. I don't know, but still cool. And then this 2003 San Francisco Giants t-shirt. It's a large, it's more like an extra large. Lee always runs a little bit bigger. But that was the coolest t-shirt that I found at that Goodwill. I was so surprised that out of that whole rack, I mean, all those racks were completely stuffed full of stuff. That shirt and the Nagasaki shirt were the coolest ones that I found. And I also found this Daydreamer Doors t-shirt. I also, on that Murina tag, I don't know, am I pronouncing that right? Marina or Murina? I grabbed this vintage tie-dye shirt. I grab these old tie-dyes every time I find them, especially when they're in my size. It's got some single stitches on the top and a double on the bottom. And then I also grabbed that Noon Goons t-shirt. It has this weird tag, made in downtown Los Angeles. So yeah, grab that. And then the media, I grabbed a copy of the Butthole Surfers Electric Ladyland, or Larryland. It's a spoof on the Jimi Hendrix Electric Ladyland. Also, Pretty Hate Machine by 9 Inch Nails. It's cool to find stuff on TVT Records because they've been out of business for a long time. And then last but not least for the CDs, Pantera Vulgar Display of Power. I love this album. Not a fan of Phil Anselmo. Onto the cassettes, I found this Gridlock tape. It's on Death Row Records. Super cool find. As well as his Alice in Chains facelift tape. And then the first tape I ever got, Duran Duran 7 and the Angry Tiger. For the VHS, I grabbed this Dice Rules tape. And then last but not least, I picked up this beautifully clean copy of the Dark Crystal. Some other pickups that I've grabbed recently are a couple of sweatshirts. Now I grabbed this is super weird, celebrating 20 years of service, Sing Out for Siva. I have no idea what this is, but all the names on the back of it, David Crosby, Graham Nash, Phil Lesh, Bob Weir, Jackson Brown, Mickey Hart. It's all like dead people, the Deadheads and stuff like that. Charlie Musselwhite, Wavy Gravy, Ram Dass. May 15th, 1998 in Berkeley Community Theater. Now, like I said, I don't know anything about Siva, or if I'm saying that right, Siva. But regardless, super cool sweatshirt. And then I also grabbed this back-to-back 49ers champions on the jersey tag. Super cool, super clean, super old. Yeah, if you like this video, right on. I appreciate you. And if you want any of this stuff, I'm going to start putting more physical media on my Depop account. I do use eBay quite a bit, but for the most part, I'm posting most of the stuff on Depop. I just feel like it's more so geared towards people as opposed to eBay, which is more of like, you know, you search for random crap that you need, you buy it on it. There's no connection to the actual person that you're buying it from. Yeah, so if you want any of this stuff, feel free to reach out on social media or on Depop. I will give you a screaming deal. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Hiya!